Okay.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
Is it a good angle?
I think so.
This is my story.
This is my story.
Yay.
This is my story.
Sorry.
This is my story.
This is my story. My name is Harold Bottauer. Probably see me on first service greeting people when they come in the door. I serve as an elder. I teach welding workers. And we were looking for a church home. And we came in here, and the service at that time, 15, 20 years ago, the wife says, I felt just like I was going back home. She says, this is going to be our church. And so that's how we found ACC. Wife and I have 3 children, and the oldest is Melissa, then David, and then Heather. And of those 3, they give us 12 grandchildren. And the grandchildren now have given us 4 or 5 great-grandchildren. I might be wrong on the 5, but I know they're coming all the time. For that was with the Singer Corporation, and they had the simulator down in Florida, and it was used for training the Apollo astronauts. And I worked that for 11 years down there for the entire Apollo program. So we maintain the simulators, plus we help train NASA on how to operate the simulator and fly the command module. Because back then, the FAA had to certify a flight instructor to be able to man a simulator. Well, a lot of the NASA people never knew a thing about flying, and they were just by decree called a flight instructor. So we kind of backed them up and showed them and taught them how to operate. And we got a hands-on contact with every one of the Apollo astronauts, and that to me was just fantastic. What a job to have. Something that stuck with me though all these years. We had just trained the first Apollo crew that had to go out on a pad and do a plugs out test is what they called it. And that was the crew, Gus Grissom, Roger B. Chaffee, and Ed White. And they burned up in the fire. That's where they had the fire in the command module. They couldn't get out because the door was bolted on, and a whole bunch of modifications went in after that so that they could have a quick access.